When it comes to investing, one of the most common questions beginners ask is, should I choose ETFs or mutual funds? Both are popular investment vehicles that pool money from investors to buy a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, or other assets. But while they share similarities, they're quite different in how they work and who they're best suited for. So, let's break it down and figure out which might be the better choice for you. Let's start with ETFs, or exchange-traded funds. An ETF is a type of investment fund that trades on stock exchanges, just like individual stocks. When you invest in an ETF, you're buying shares of a fund that holds a diversified basket of assets, often designed to track an index like the S&P 500. ETFs are known for their flexibility. Since they trade throughout the day, you can buy or sell shares at any time the stock market is open. This is great for investors who want real-time control over their investments. ETFs are also highly cost-effective. They typically have lower expense ratios compared to mutual funds, which means you pay less in fees over time. Many ETFs also have no minimum investment requirement, making them accessible for beginners who might only have $50 or $100 to start with. Plus, ETFs are incredibly transparent. Most publish their holdings daily, so you always know exactly what you're investing in. Now, let's move on to mutual funds. Like ETFs, mutual funds pool money from investors to buy a diversified portfolio of assets. However, mutual funds are bought and sold differently. Instead of trading throughout the day, mutual funds are priced once a day, after the markets close. This means you won't know the exact price of your shares when you place an order, which can feel less flexible compared to ETFs. One advantage of mutual funds is their variety. They come in actively managed and passively managed options. Actively managed mutual funds are overseen by professional fund managers who aim to outperform the market by selecting specific stocks or bonds. This hands-on approach can be appealing to beginners who prefer leaving the decision-making to experts. However, this comes at a cost. Actively managed mutual funds tend to have higher expense ratios, which can eat into your returns over time. Another key difference is that mutual funds often have minimum investment requirements, usually ranging from $500 to $3,000 or more. While this might be a barrier for some beginners, mutual funds are still an excellent option for those who can meet the minimum and prefer a more hands-off investment approach. So, how do you decide which is better for you as a beginner? Let's compare them side by side. Cost. ETFs are generally cheaper, with lower expense ratios and no minimum investment. Mutual funds, particularly actively managed ones, often come with higher fees and initial investment requirements. Flexibility. ETFs win here, thanks to their ability to trade throughout the day. Mutual funds, on the other hand, are less flexible since they're priced only once daily. Management style. If you're looking for a hands-off approach, actively managed mutual funds might appeal to you. But if you prefer tracking an index or managing your own trades, ETFs are a great choice. Investment goals. ETFs are ideal for those who want low-cost, transparent, and flexible investments. Mutual funds are better for investors who value professional management and don't mind paying a bit more for it. For most beginners, ETFs tend to be the better choice. They're simpler, more cost-effective, and offer plenty of diversification without the high fees. Plus, the ability to invest small amounts without worrying about minimums makes ETFs incredibly beginner-friendly. That said, mutual funds shouldn't be overlooked, especially if you're willing to invest a larger amount up front and prefer a professionally managed portfolio. Ultimately, the best choice depends on your investment goals, budget, and how involved you want to be in managing your portfolio. In the end, both ETFs and mutual funds can help you build wealth over time. The key is to start investing, stay consistent, and focus on the long term. Whether you choose ETFs, mutual funds, or a mix of both, you're taking an important step towards securing your financial future. So, take a closer look at your goals, explore your options, and remember, the best investment is the one you actually start. When it comes to investing, one of the most common questions beginners ask is, should I choose ETFs? When it comes to investing, one of the most common questions beginners ask is, should I choose ETFs or mutual funds? Both are popular investment vehicles. When it comes to investing, one of the most common questions beginners ask is, should I choose ETFs or mutual funds? When it comes to investing, one of the most common questions beginners ask is, should I choose ETFs or mutual funds? When it comes to investing, one of the most common questions beginners ask is, should I choose ETFs or mutual funds? When it comes to investing, one of the most common questions beginners ask is, should I choose ETFs or mutual funds? Both are popular When it comes to investing, one of the most common questions beginners ask is, should I choose ETFs or mutual funds?